Hey everyone, MRS2 here and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'll be doing something a little bit different to what I normally do, and I'll be discussing everything we know about the two new upcoming Total Drama seasons. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by leaving a like, and while you're at it, leave me a comment knowing what you're most excited for when it comes to these new seasons. All of this information has been put together by a post on Reddit, so I'll leave that in the link in the description down below. We'll be discussing everything that has been officially announced by Fresh TV, the creators and voice actors, starting with information that was revealed earlier this year, leading up to currently. Alright, let's do this. First of all, the seasons were announced on February 17, 2021 under the name Total Drama Island. The name hasn't been confirmed, so it's likely just a placeholder to complement the initial announcement. There are going to be 2 seasons on HBO Max and Cartoon Network. This information we already were aware of. The seasons will be airing on both Cartoon Network and HBO Max. HBO Max being new with Total Drama. The next piece of information says on March 5th, Terry McGurran, voice actor and one of the Total Drama writers, during a podcast confirmed that the cast would be in all new characters and that they were still creating the characters, feeling up the season 1 with a bit more anarchy. I don't know how to pronounce that word, I apologise. This will be a reboot, not a sequel to the previous seasons. So let's quickly go over this. First of all, if you don't know who Terry McGurran is, he plays Don in The Redonkulous Race, and he's a writer for the show. Terry confirms the season will consist of newbies. Now, whether this means the first season or both seasons is a mystery. But due to some information revealed later, I'm pretty sure this is actually revealed. The next piece of information we have states, on April 20th, Disney Punch, a YouTuber, uploaded a video on YouTube where he goes over his interview with Terry McGurran, detailing 3 pieces of confirmed news for the upcoming 2 seasons, which are 13 episodes each, the most diverse cast in the series, and the first writing room is projected to start in May. I'll be leaving a link to the video mentioned in the description below, but in the interview, Terry confirms that each season has 13 episodes. I know a lot of people won't like this information, but as long as they develop the characters enough within the time, I don't mind. And I think that'll be the case due to some information discussed later, though I'll discuss that when we get to it. Terry also mentions that the cast is the most diverse cast in the history of the show. Some of the types of characters confirmed are discussed later, so we'll talk about that when we get to that. And lastly, the first writing room is in May. It's way past May, so let's skip that part. Alright, the next piece of information we have is, during the TV Kids Summer Festival on June 9th, Tom McGillis and Jennifer Perch gave an interview where they disclosed more information. The season will lead more towards diversity. Tom McGillis says,
that celebrates diversity. It literally can be anything and anyone, so long as they're teenagers in a reality show, and it'll work. So we have, for instance, a Latinx character. We have several Black characters. We have an East Asian, a South Asian. We have an LGBT. We have 2 LGBTQ characters who will have a relationship because our audience loves to ship. And to back that up, we have a writer who represents each of those cultural perspectives and is a young, fresh, funny voice. And so that's 5 new writers in our room that are infusing all kinds of new humor and new energy to the show.
Tom and Jen say that the release date for this show will be in 2022 and will be streamed on Cartoon Network. This is where things get interesting, as the cast looks to be really focusing on today's teens, which I absolutely love. Some of the characters consist of big topics in the world today, such as LGBTQ. I know not everyone agrees with that community, but I personally believe adding characters such as those would be great. It's the best way to represent today's teens after all. I do, however, hope that they give a lot of character to these characters. Though, due to every character having their own writer apparently, I think there's no need to worry about that. As stated earlier, this cast will be the most diverse cast in Total Drama history, so this all makes sense. The next piece of information says, on July 14th, Jen on Facebook confirmed that both seasons will go back to back, and there'll be 16 characters in total. And again, confirmed it'll be 2 13-episode seasons. Okay, so here's where I'm a bit confused. When it says back to back, does that mean the seasons will be aired one after the other, or does it mean plot-wise? These seasons will be connected, for say. Considering this information in this post, my prediction is a second, though I also think the air date will be pretty close to each other. Right, the next 2 pieces of information are pretty recent. It says, September 29th, a podcast holder on a YouTuber, I'm not going to pronounce the whole name, the channel with Christian Potenza. In this podcast, Christian confirms that the voice recording for the first episode is now done, and he thinks it will be released in summer 2022, but this is not an official release date, just his guess. Now, as mentioned with the other one, I will credit the video in the link in the description down below, so go and check it out. So this is extremely exciting, as Christian basically confirms that the first episode has already been recorded. This means that the writing room and writing for the whole season has basically been finished. This also means that the character designs and personalities are also done. This makes me very excited. Also, Christian believes that this will release in summer of 2022, but though that's just a guess. That summer is my winter, which means he guesses it will be roughly between June and August of next year. And the final but definitely longest piece of information discussed on this post says, on October 12th, Animation Magazine put a summary of the new season, the new Total Drama Island series, 26 half hours from Fresh TV, where contestants compete in a reality series. After 14 years and 7 seasons, we return to the original concept of the island. The show has an updated cast, of 16 quirky, iconic teen contestants, which reflect today's teens. It strongly leans into diversity with a young writing team that represents each of the cultural perspectives with humour, energy, and a fresh and funny voice. While the original series was the highest rated show on Cartoon Network, Total Drama continues to perform well public broadcasters, premium paid channels, and digital platforms alike. This really just confirms many of the tidbits we had before, like the 16 new characters and focus on diversity. Call our attention, instead of 2 times 13 seasons, it says 26 half hours. So this is interesting, very, very interesting, as they confirm 16 new characters. However, the way it's worded is kind of funny, as it mentions both seasons with 16 newbies. This leads me to believe that both of the new seasons will consist of the same newbies. Something else, however, that is unusual, and that there is 16 contestants with 13 episodes. This would mean an elimination every episode with a double elimination in there. Though what I am personally speculating is that the first season will consist of 14 of the new 16 newbies. Then in the second new season, the same players will return with 2 more thrown in there. And I don't know, maybe 2 removed? Kind of like Total Drama World Tour. I personally am not against this idea, as it will give us 26 episodes with the same characters. This will give us a long time to connect with them and get to know them. But yeah, that's everything I have to talk to you guys about today. What do you guys think of this new information? And do you like this direction that the new seasons look to be taken? Be sure to let me know down below. And don't forget, you'll find all the credits in the description. Thank you again all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Take care.